All I got to do is save for a down payment. That's what a lot of people will say to me. When working with buyers or even with sellers, when you're going to switch from a seller to a buyer or you're just a buyer, mortgage financing pre-approval, it's absolutely key. And so I'll hear first time buyers say to me often, or even like maybe it's a first time seller, and if they've been in their house for a long time, it may not click because sometimes you lose a bit of the process. But is a down payment the only thing you have to save? No. The other big one is land transfer tax and legal costs and moving. And the reality is the land transfer tax is the big one in there. Generally, you're calculating it. There is a specific calculation for it, but I'm just going to give you the rough rule of thumb here, which is about 1.25% of the purchase price on average. It would probably come in a little bit lower, but that's the general rule of thumb for the land transfer calculator. Now, there's tons, if you just Google LTT calculator or land transfer tax calculator, there's tons out there. So it's not even something that you even have to really figure it out on your own computer. There's tons of calculators for it online. But that's going to be the big one. Legal cost, definitely you want to check with your lawyer, and that's going to vary whether you're just closing on one property or you're closing your existing property and then you're closing on the next one that you're buying. So again, there's a break in the rate there for that. And of course, moving costs. How are you going to do that? You're going to move yourself, or are you going to get somebody to help you? Bridge financing costs are something that you have to think about. Most people today, they don't necessarily close on the same day on their old house and on their new house. They're generally leaving a gap of a couple days or a week, sometimes more, if you want to do the move yourself or you want to get some renovations or some painting done. So there's all those things that are going to line up. And then of course, depending on how your deal was structured, is there any buyouts that are required from the seller or the new buyer for any rental equipment, be it hot water tank, furnace, air conditioning? So there's a few things that can definitely sneak up on you there. Now, if you'd like to talk about everything that would be possibly coming at you when doing a real estate transaction, feel free to shoot me a DM. We can have a quick no pressure convo.